In this video, I'm going to show you how to install wireless charging on your F30. This kit completely replaces the cup holder section of your center console and has the wireless phone charger built in. Now, full disclosure, this was sent to me for free by JD Cars. I do get a commission if you decide to buy through the link, and you can use the code JUSTIN5 to get 5% off at the checkout. If the name JD Cars sounds familiar, he's a fellow BMW YouTuber who's branching out into product design. We connected at Keys Auto Show last year, by the way, get your tickets if you haven't already, and he was telling me about this wireless charger he was working on, and now a year later, he's got the finished product that's ready to ship. When you open up the box, you'll find the charger assembly and an installation kit that includes trim removal tools and a QR code. When you scan the code with your phone's camera, it'll open up a link for both written and video instructions. Start by disconnecting the negative battery terminal. I put a towel over it so it wouldn't make contact during the install. As an added precaution, I like to wrap a towel around the trunk latch so I don't get locked out with the battery disconnected. Inside the card, carefully remove the center console trim with the provided pry tool, then unplug the iDrive controller. Use the pry tool to gently lift up on the shifter trim and set it aside. Release the two tabs to remove the drive mode buttons. You can remove the gear selector if you need to make more room, but I didn't need to. Here's where those two tabs are located. Remove the two T20 screws from the cup holder portion of the center console. The cup holders are held in with 6 clips and they hook on from the front. You'll need to pull up from the rear and then pull back towards you. On the underside of the cup holder, unplug the 12-volt outlet and the keyless entry module. Okay, so at this point the cup holder section is out and we're ready to transfer some parts over, but first let's take a minute to appreciate this German engineering. The air vent duct is held in with a rubber band. Who would have thought? And also, I don't know what happened in here, it's kind of dirty. So now we've got the stock cup holder and the lightning cup holder on the workbench, and we're going to transfer a couple parts over. Getting the 12-volt outlet out was the trickiest part of the install. I used a pick tool to press these tabs from the inside, then push it out from the back. Now remove the 6 alligator clips from the back side. You can pry them up from the sides, then pry up on the opening that's created at the top. Don't damage them because we'll reuse them on the lightning console. Remove the T20 screw for the keyless entry module. Transfer over the 6 clips. If you have a pre-LCI, the 12-volt outlet will pop right in. If you have an LCI like mine, you'll need to use the included adapter ring. For whatever reason, BMW made the outlet slightly smaller on the LCI models. The adapter ring was very tight fitting and required some force to get in. If you're not sure if your car is an LCI or a pre-LCI, the easiest way to tell is to look at the taillights. Hook on the 12-volt harness and install the keyless entry module. Now plug in the wiring adapter that's included in the kit. Again, the cup holder assembly has 4 hooks in the front that correspond with holes in the dashboard. Push the front end first, then firmly press down until it clips in place. Be sure that there are no wires in the way of the clips. Install the two T20 screws. Reinstall your shifter trim and center console trim, then reconnect the battery. So one note here with the shifter trim, if you have the stock one, it'll just snap in, no problem, you won't have any issues there. If you happen to have the M Performance one like I do that's got the Alcantara around the edge, it's a very, very tight fit. I let JD Cars know and they're going to put a disclaimer on the site. Now eventually I was able to press it in by putting in the front first and then pressing my way around to the back. Again, super tight, but I was eventually able to get it pressed in. Since the Lightning console is powered by the 12-volt power outlet, the green LED light will stay illuminated for a few minutes after the car is turned off, the same way that the headlight switch and hazard buttons stay illuminated. According to JD Cars, this doesn't have any significant drain on the battery in standby mode, as the charging only activates when a device is placed on it. You can see the indicator light turn red when it's actually charging. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but the rubber mat can be removed for cleaning. The charger has a warning to not place anything metal on it while a phone is charging, as it'll cause the metal to heat up. I didn't have any issues with my phone case being plastic and silicone, but if your case has any metal on it, test it out to make sure that it's not interfering with the charger or getting hot. So I recently swapped out all of the phone chargers in my house with wireless ones, and honestly it's a small thing that makes a big difference, especially in a car. Like, there's nothing more annoying than having all those wires wrapped around your gear shifter, especially if you drive manual. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, that's going to wrap up the DIY. Really not too hard. This should take you about an hour to put in. And what I really like about this is it adds functionality to the car without taking away from the aesthetic. It doesn't really jump out as being aftermarket. If you didn't know better, it looks like it could have come from the factory like that. I'm kind of surprised that BMW didn't think to implement that, because I don't know about you, but when I get in my car, like, the first thing I do is stuff my phone in there. And to have it charging at the same time, I think it's a really clever integration and a clever product. So like I was saying, the link is going to be down in the description. You can use the code Justin5 and get 5% off your order. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. I was eventually able to get it in, but again, very tight. I had to spit on it to get it to go in, but